Hi, it's Natasha.
And Khalil.
And we are the co-hosts of
WokeNFree.
Thank you for tuning in to our 174th episode of WokeNFree. If you've been tuning in every week for WokeNFree Wednesday, you know that WokeNFree is all about being real and honest with each other and you. We talk about everything and anything important to us, you, the world, and nothing is off the table. This week, the last week of 2020, we are discussing 2021 WokeNFree predictions. Are you excited, Khalil?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Good sweet Jesus. With that, then, before we dive deep into the subject, I think it's time for us to go over a couple of things. First, if you have not downloaded the episode through the Podbean app, please do so because A, it's how you show your greatest support, and B, it's how you join the conversation. And really, we're looking to have WokeNFree conversations, not just with us, but with you every single Wednesday, every single week. So make sure you do that. Now, when it comes to say, if you can't download the episode and you're like, hey, I still want to support you, then go to WokeNFree.com and then go to the listen tab, and then you can pick your platform of choice where you want to say subscribe and listen to the show on whatever platform. So what am I talking about? That could be iTunes, it could be TuneIn, it could be Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify. We're on 30 plus platforms. So just go to WokeNFree.com, go to the listen tab and pick your platform of choice as to where you're going to support the show. Now, another really great way to support the show and also be in the loop for all our episodes is to subscribe via email. So you can do that by going to WokeNFree.com, and on the homepage, you'll see you can click subscribe to via email, and you'll be able to put your email address. And then every single week you'll get notified of the new episodes, which is super great because you can also encourage your friends and family to go and do the same. And also they're in the loop for all the new episodes every single week. Now, when it comes to social media, you can easily find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest at WokeNFree. And then, of course, if you have 90 seconds, which, guys, it's like, I don't know who doesn't have 90 seconds in life. I mean, if you have a job, don't have a job, have kids, don't have kids, either way, you've got 90 seconds. What can you do? We would really love your support by reviewing the show. So we love our 5-star reviews on iTunes. Are you going to be the next one to give us another 5-star review? Whatever the reviews are, whatever the stars are, we want to hear from you. We want to know how this is feeding you. Please make sure you do that. So again, WokeNFree.com, listen tab, pick your platform as to where you want to support the show, as well as review the show. With that, scene end.
Each week, we like to share a little bit about us before we dive into the topic for the episode. Last week, we asked, would you rather eat falafel balls or meatballs? This week, we're asking, would you rather drink water from a glacier or a running spring?
Glad to see the trend of pointless questions is continuing.
That's very exciting. These are questions that you would have never came up with.
Kind of like, would you like to die by ice pick or by toothpick?
Wow. That's a good one. That could be one of the questions.
Oh, gosh.
You gave one.
How dramatic and sad all at once. Okay, to answer your question, I think I want to point out the randomness of this. And
all right. That's random. I didn't realize.
I would also like to say for my answer, probably the running spring, because the glacier, when I think of glacier water, I think of maybe there's frozen bacteria or viruses in there. And then that I don't know, it kind of instills fear in me. So I think I want to do the running spring, but they both scare me because they don't seem like they're going to be the cleanest water. And I feel like I'm going to have problems in the bathroom at the end. So
that's nice.
That's where I stand with that.
That's good.
What's your thoughts there?
Mine is I would go with the glacier because it's ice cold.
We're not talking about beer.
Yeah, but the glacier is really cold. That's good. I mean, you don't like cold drinks?
I do, but I don't like cold chlamydia.
Yeah, but at least it tastes better when it's cold.
Oh, gosh. People are going to misinterpret that sentence.
Water is better when it's cold.
Yeah, clarify what's the cold and the ice part that you liked.
Yeah, but cold water tastes better than... Just think about it. If you have cold water and it's nasty water, it's going to be better than if it was warm. Sure. You know that's true.
True, and we're creating cold. Weird images in people's minds right now, so I think we should keep it moving.
I just think the glacier's easier. That's an easier pill to
swallow.
Yeah.
Here we go again with the oral fixation here.
Yeah, but what other... If we talk about other pills that are hard to swallow, they could be kind of things that are coming up
I don't
in the
think
next
that's
year.
the only thing that's we're talking about. What comes to swallowing that people might.
We're talking about we're talking about predictions is what we're talking about.
Ah, okay.
That was what we were trying to get at.
Because you know where my mind goes.
Oh, well, yeah, the question was about the glacier and the Poland Spring.
Yeah.
It was like, which one you want to go to? Yeah. But I mean, you decided, you went to the Poland Springs and I decided the glaciers.
And now I'm going with 2021 WokeNFree predictions, am I not?
Now we're going to go back to the
go.
tough pill to swallow, and those are the predictions for 2021. So you can tell us some of WokeNFree predictions, I guess.
Absolutely. So there's, I think, a lot to talk about in the sense that...
Is there?
Well, yeah, because, we in 2020 dealt with things that I don't think we were even prepared to even predict from 2019, right? And with the first half of the year being struggling with like just understanding what COVID was, how it was impacting us to like then the full-fledged kind of effect of it through summer to the end of this year. And unfortunately, I do believe it's going to creep into 2021 as much as people are like, goodbye 2020, hello 2021. Things don't just magically disappear, right? The actions and inactions of 2020 will be played out and the consequences will be felt across the globe in 2021 as well. Now it just depends on for how long. And so I predict the first half of the year, unfortunately, January to June we're still going to be struggling with COVID-19. I don't think it's going to magically get better. So there's that. I do possibly think there might be another stimulus check in the kind of purview for people, especially if we economically and medically are still struggling with kind of what's going on. So that might be something, but also that also means that we probably are still going to be struggling with job loss and other economic issues. I do think that once Biden and Kamala Harris come through, I think that they're going to get scrutinized very heavily in a way that's probably unfair because they haven't been given enough, I think, leeway to be able to really get started into the new year with a bang. I think they're going to be playing a little bit of catch up.
But they're still transitioning.
Exactly.
They could have been further ahead of the game.
They could have been further ahead of the game if the current administration had been a little bit more amiable with the process. Definitely. But it is what it is. People do what they want to do. Yeah. But I do think they're going to be scrutinized of like,
it's going to be a tough transitional period.
Why isn't this happening? And it's like,
what's taking them so long to do this and that?
So there's going to be delays and like kind of, I think administrative organization and impact is one thing. I do think that depression and mental health is going to continue to be a challenge because of COVID-19, how it got played out this year. I think that's going to creep into next year. And I do think though that traveling really got shut down a lot this year. And I'm really hoping, I predict that it might be able to pick back up with more people getting the vaccination, with, getting the things under control a bit more. We can have a bit more travel. And I do think we're going to see more online opportunities from a schooling perspective, from business opportunities, from art perspectives, from just content creation. I think more and more digital is going to be the focus of 2021 and beyond. And what other predictions I had? I think that's pretty much it. I think it's going to be hard, but since people hopefully already know if they followed our social media, we're still going to have beautiful things like babies, like our own baby, which will be born in June. So we do know that month will be fantastic. Anything before and after we can't speak to.
That's a good prediction.
The birth of little one will be amazing. Gender reveal coming. Stay tuned. What are your predictions?
I agree with your predictions pretty much. That I think the U.S. will issue more stimulus checks. It seems like it's going to be needed. But I also think that people are going to have to understand a new normal by the end of 2021. They'll see that certain things have changed for good. So I think that's gonna be developed by like the end of 2021.
So like masks are just like a go-to thing.
And in certain places, it might just be you always wear masks, you never touch this door handle, stuff like that. Wow. This is always cash. There'll be no cash places, I believe.
Wow. So we just go to a card-only system.
Well, not even card, but it'll be like a wireless payment. Wow. So you got to use your phone or something.
Which is hard because there's some people who only pay still in cash.
Yeah, but I think a part of the new normal will be not accepting cash everywhere. Okay. I think that might happen. It's going to be interesting times for some people. I think there'll be some more protests in the U.S. probably by the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's going to be some outrageous event that happens, and protests.
Hopefully not sparked by racial discord, though.
Oh no, it will be. Yes.
Oh, you think we're going to continue to have?
Oh yeah, there'll be another big event next year, like a couple of big events.
You predict? Okay.
I predict that, and then I think the stock market's going to surge along with the housing market.
Okay.
I think those are going to both grow, and it's even though, like I said, there'll be more protests in the U.S. I think in 2021 there'll be some more unity in the U.S., and that's just because of our administration changing. I think it'll be kind of
Biden will.
I think it's going to enforce that we're Americans again instead of where there's two different sides.
Yeah, Trumpers versus not Trumpers.
Yeah, we're going to start trying to get away from that. So I know some people think we're going the opposite way, but I think by changing the administration, it'll bring it at least back to kind of like what it was previously. And maybe after once the pandemic is like winding down, then I think we can unite more. As like U.S. survived COVID.
Do you predict that the pandemic?
I don't know if that's 2021
though. 2021. Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't think that at all.
No, I don't know if that happens in 2021. I think that's like
a 2023 situation, but
I can't predict the year right now. I got to see how by the spring I could tell you more.
Okay.
And then I predict more wokeness.
Hey, so break that out for people. What does that mean?
So people are going to find their information not from mainstream media, but they're going to go and look on like some social channels where people share information that's often suppressed, and they're going to learn the truth about how things came to be, like what the true meaning of Easter is and why we celebrate Christmas on the 25th.
Oh, you're bugged.
Stuff like that.
Bugged.
There's a lot of things that we don't know.
You try to have
but people are going to learn.
Episode.
I didn't make that holiday.
Hey, how you do it?
You got to talk to the people that made that holiday. I didn't make that holiday. People don't know what that's about.
Filthy.
They don't know what the Easter egg and the bunnies are about.
Filthiness, yes.
They don't know what those bunnies about.
They don't even know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, in addition to the predictions we shared, I also was thinking, what are some other 2021 predictions out there that are out in the ether that people are reading and or have pontificated upon? What do you think?
The huge one is a lot of people believe this. They think that the COVID crisis will be over and that we'll return to normal too.
Oh, bless their hearts.
We'll return to pre-COVID time by sometime next year.
That's people.
That's a big one. It's a big prediction.
That's dinosaurs hoping for to live past a point in time where they couldn't. That doesn't make sense. The world is forever changed. There's no going back.
Because what if people can say, well, that was 2020. We'll never do it again. And we're just going to ignore what happened.
There's never been a point in our history where something so traumatic happened that
usually
we were
changes.
able to go back. It just changes everything. Everything.
But we've had pandemics before, and then we didn't. I mean, it did. I don't know. What was the life pre-pandemic for those other times?
We've never had an impact like COVID before. I don't believe. I think
not the economical impact.
No, or something.
Yeah. So when the Spanish flu happened, what did that change?
100 years ago, right?
But did Spanish flu? Is that when people decided we needed to start washing our hands? I don't know.
If not,
because remember, we didn't always wash our hands with soap.
I know.
That used to not even be a thing.
I know. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
I definitely think
I understand people
there's no
want
going back. It's just a new normal, as they say. It's just
But some people don't believe that. They predict that the crisis will be over, and they'll never have to see a mask in their life again, unless they're in the emergency room.
There's some cute masks out there. You guys, get your life. Get your life.
They're tired of that, though. They don't want to deal with that, and they don't want to social distance. They're hoping all that's over with.
Oh man!
So that's what I think one of the big predictions are.
One of my favorite posts that I see on social media is when people are so the people you couldn't see when you couldn't see me now. I hope that after the pandemic you still don't see me. I love posts like that.
You can't say that.
It's like that. It's like that.
You can't say all that.
Audi as if.
No, you got to see them now. Now the pandemic is slowing down.
As if. Nope, you get clueless on them and you just say, no, I will not. But okay, well, I found on this website called ihsmarket.com where they go through some kind of business and economic predictions. And so kind of read out some of the things that I thought that were interesting. So in 2020, they say the global economy endured its deepest recession in 74 years as the COVID-19 virus pandemic upended lives and livelihoods. The recession was unprecedented in its geographic scope, the central role of services, and the scale of policy responses. While COVID-19 virus will stay with us throughout 2021, okay, so they also believe that, the rapid development and deployment of vaccines will enable a transition to a new post-pandemic economy. Thus, we approach 2021 with a mixture of caution and hope. IHS Markit offers top 10 economic predictions to help guide, say, your organization's plan for a momentous new year. So there's some interesting, so they say while the COVID-19 virus will stay with us, effective treatments and vaccines will be widely available to large populations by mid-2021, facilitating a transition to this new kind of post-pandemic economy. They also predict that the global economy will enter 2021 at a subdued growth rate and accelerate to a brisk pace in the second half. Okay, I think that seems fair. Like I said, I think the first half of the year is still kind of shot. But maybe by quarter 3, quarter 4, it might kind of rebound a bit more.
Oh, really? We'll see. There's a lot of new products in the work for Q1.
Oh, so you think Q1 is still going to be popping? Oh, okay.
Well, the other companies, they're not following this. Okay. Yeah, they think that, they're trying to get all their products out ahead of time now. Okay. They're not waiting.
That's interesting. They also predict in 2021, the focus of inventors and policymakers will shift from COVID-19 to the environment. Oh, that's interesting. Investors and policymakers will shift from COVID-19 to the environment. So they go on to say an important trend in private and public debt markets is the rise in ESG, environmental science, and corporate governance. Issuance often at slightly lower yields than conventional equivalents. Another trend is greater use of sustainability-linked issuance, linking coupons to the achievement of that ESG, environmental, social, and corporate governance goals. And emphasis on ESG will exacerbate the financing difficulties of energy and commodity producers as new investments are scrutinized for their ESG contributions.
That makes sense, because now we're going to take the environmental issues seriously now. Again.
That makes sense.
It's not a hoax anymore.
That's good to know.
Not like the past 4 years where it's like, who cares?
Yeah, having people
talk about clean coal.
Yeah,
tell us that you can you can burn these rotten resources cleanly. Good job.
Very bizarre situation happening. Yeah. Number 4, they say that monetary policies will remain accommodative and more central. Banks will lean toward the U.S. Federal Reserve's flexible average inflation targeting, so the FAIT policy, which to me, that seems, I don't know.
Seems like fate or something?
No, I just don't know. I don't know what the ultimate impact will be from that. So that's an interesting prediction. They go on to say the global financial sector should avoid major crises in 2021, at least in advanced economies, but banking risks will rise. Okay. They also predict finished good products will accelerate in 2021. So commodity prices rose sharply in the second half of 2020 as global economy rebounded. These cost increases will be pushed downstream in supply chains for the next 6 to 9 months, pressuring margins and leading to higher prices for finished goods in 2021. Supply chain disruption should slowly be resolved. Good industries could then see conditions soften even as aggregate demand strengthens. Iron ore is a notable exception.
Because remember, I didn't think about, but the cost of businesses to operate they've rose too, because they provide the PPE to their workers. So the cost has risen for businesses to operate.
Yeah, that's why so many businesses went out of business too, because they just couldn't.
It was too overwhelming.
No, their 7th prediction is the U.S. economy will start 2021 slowly and accelerate in the second half. We talked about that. Europe's 2021 annual growth rates will fall short of market consensus exceptions. Okay. And then number 9, mainland China's economy will accelerate to the strongest growth rate in recent years, but the rebound will wane. Interesting. And then 10, the US dollar is expected to weaken in 2021 in a lagged response to the Fed's sharp pivot to monetary accommodation in early 2020, an increase in investor risk tolerance, and a widening trade deficit. So
yikes.
I thought that these business kind of predictions were interesting and things to think about, because in addition to all the things we talk about, business and entrepreneurship is something that's important to us. And I think that even if, for our listeners, even if you aren't in business, you should still be aware of kind of what's going on with the economy, what's going on globally and locally and regionally. And so, I don't know. I mean, I think that these predictions seem interesting. I don't know if they'll all come true, but definitely something to think about for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Any WokeNFree advice for 2021?
Woo! Shot. So many. Okay.
You got them? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So with this new year approaching, guys, we need to most people unfortunately fall off their New Year's resolutions because it's how they set them up, right? They either create such lofty goals or they don't create goals that are specific and measurable and attainable for themselves in the time period set. Like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds by the end of January. Not going to work. Right? Like that's not a healthy goal necessarily to set, depending upon kind of where you are physically, nutritionally, and all that good jazz. But you're going to want to, instead of kind of going through the madness of setting goals and then not failing them and then like shaming yourself because you didn't hit them, approaching 2021 differently with the following steps. First, did you take time to reflect on 2020? It's been, to me, a little unfortunate seeing some social media commentary around people just always just kind of talking about the negative of this year, but not necessarily talking about the benefits and the blessings, because there were lots of blessings and benefits for some people. Some people became millionaires. Some people grew billions in their endeavors. Some people bought homes. Some people started business. Some people had children. Some people are growing their family. So yes, this year, 2020 was a very challenging year, unprecedented challenges, but it was also a year filled with wins. So let's not, be in that negative space and only look at the negatives, but like, what were some of the positives? What were some of the things that you'd want to change? And then what are you looking forward to in 2021? Have some hope. Some people I'm saying they're like, don't claim 2021 for yourself. Like, very negative commentary out there.
What does that mean, claiming it for yourself?
Meaning, like, don't claim it to be your best year. Just, like, wait and see kind of thing. And I think that's anti-The Secret. I think it's anti-positive.
So you should claim it to be your worst year? Or
I know. Well, essentially, that's by default, right? If you don't claim it to be a good year, you're claiming it to be a bad year by default. So,
all right.
I think
that's
claim it for what you want it to be. If you want it to be a bad year, then do you.
Well, yeah, if you enjoy that, then...
Yeah, I don't enjoy negativity. I don't enjoy toxicity. I enjoy blessings upon blessings. So that's one thing. Claim the year for what you want it to be. Second, we do this every year. We've done it now. How many years? 3 years in a row? More, right? Yeah. 4 or 5. I can't remember. 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a vision board, guys. But even for us too, we're constantly like changing how we approach vision board making. Get specific, guys. What are 3 specific goals that you want to accomplish in 2021? Yeah, you could have 25 goals. Yeah, you could have 30 goals. You could have 1 goal, but like give yourself 3 goals that you want to accomplish and put them in different segments of your life. Is it an emotional goal? Is it a mental goal? Is it a financial goal? Is it a family goal? Whatever the 3 goals are, put that on there. I didn't achieve everything on my vision board this year, but one goal that I did have was to get pregnant before December of this year. And gosh darn it, we did that.
Yeah.
Which is quite remarkable, that we were able to manifest and achieve. That's remarkable. So, just 3 specific goals. Put reminders on that board and around your home where you live to stay motivated and focused. What are things that you can do that will amp you up every single day? Whether it's music, whether it's verbal or written, reminders. What are the people that you need to surround yourself with? But constantly surround yourself with a nurturing environment of positive forward growth. Anything keeping you away from that, cut it out. Block them on social media, block their phone numbers, stop talking to these people. Get very serious about the life you want for yourself and make 2021 the year that you do for you. You do for what your heart and your mind and your soul wants, because life is short, y'all. So if you want to do something, make that year the year you're going to freaking do it, man. And stop talking about it. People will constantly harass you about what you're doing. Tell them to really visit dark places in the world and leave you the heck alone.
That's sad.
You know what I mean? Like, stop it. Just do you. Just be so busy living that you don't have time to explain yourself. I enjoy telling people, I'm just working when they ask me what I'm doing. Yep, I'm working. What are you doing? So I'm not answering your questions.
Oh, you can't just tell them, can I get a high five whenever they ask you that question?
You can, but I'm not seeing people, right? We're all
I know. Can I get an air high five?
Yeah, sure. You can say whatever you want,
someone
but I'm
tells
not
you something, they
answering your nonsensical questions because you have the need to judge or to have curiosity. I'm too busy working. I have no time for your
So you should give them affirmation when they give you a crazy question.
Yeah, you can give them a Bible quote. You can tell them anything.
Please don't give them that, though.
Matthew 8:12.
No, please don't. Don't do that. Don't do
Proverbs.
That. Give them an affirmation. Just don't give them anything that's of religious basis.
You can go wherever you want.
No, but that's not fair.
All I know is be too darn busy to be answering these crazy questions.
I don't think anybody should be treated like how you just suggested.
Well, I get treated that way all the time by certain people in my life, so I am used to the biblical response.
Oh, come on. I mean...
And just general greetings.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting there. Look,
God is good. So
Let's give some affirmations for people to take to heart. Let's do that.
Yes, whatever you want to do. But that's a great advice. Yeah, when someone's trying to inquire about what you're doing because they're so bored with their own life, give them an affirmation. Mark Twain once said, whatever it is, Benjamin Franklin would say.
That's what you would say.
The great Abraham Lincoln would say. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would said, my brother Malcolm X.
Yeah, you can bring up great quotes.
You can do the I have a dream speech. You can do whatever you want, Darls.
Can you tell them E is equal to MC squared?
You can go Albert Einstein on them. Yes, you can go ahead, give them a math riddle. But you are not required to tell people what you do with your life. You're too busy living it.
But you could. So then the good one is objects in motion stay in motion.
Hey, get it.
You could say that because look, that at least gives them insight because it's like, all right, so whatever they're doing, they're doing.
Exactly. That just makes me, when you said that, I just thought of like a woman twerking.
You are now listening to WokeNFree.
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 A podcast about being real and honest.
That's pretty weird.
It's just like objects in motion. I was like, hey, get it.
That'd be a good way to teach science class, I guess.
To start twerking?
Well, to teach certain theories. Theories can be taught. They can be taught through twerking. You can learn everything through
amazing.
it. You can learn how electricity flows. I mean,
so when
how electrons
starts a
move.
New business that way. Hey,
you could say each cheek is an electron.
You're shameful, and you should pray.
But it's just a
what
theory.
What that behind do?
You can use it to teach things.
What
That's
that
all I
theory
know.
do? Nice.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from it though if you just use it all based on twerk moves.
Sounds like the phrase of a future strip owner, strip club owner.
Yeah, you can't own a stripper. I mean, that's messed up.
No, absolutely not. That is horrid.
Yeah, don't say that.
Absolutely not. Strip club.
Okay,
is
good.
The statement.
You could own a franchise,
correct,
or like a venue,
just like in Norbit. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know he did that in there. Wow.
That's what those the Rasputin's brothers were trying to do.
Oh, they were doing that.
Yeah,
So
that was
you know the movie too well is what I would say.
Oh, Norbit. It's another day.
That's not something I'd recommend to the local creation.
I know. We will not be referring to that.
Please don't see that. Please don't see that
and
movie.
Then I just have a couple more things and advice to say, which is, guys, when you're going to have struggles and hangups and, is 2021 going to deliver that to you? Like Bess said in Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You could have a year filled with no struggles. You could have a year filled with struggle after every day or struggle every other day. It doesn't matter. You're not a seer. You can't predict it. All you need to know is that you can handle it no matter what. No matter what comes your way, the universe has your back. You got this, but you have to believe in yourself. You have to take action, and you have to be ferocious with defending yourself, your goals, your dreams, your life, and just keep moving forward no matter what. All right. Also, for those people who like to be pragmatic and practical, please understand that thinking about limitations over possibilities is never going to get you closer to the results you want. So cut the nonsense out, call a spade a spade. Be a dreamer, make your dreams come true. Please embrace gratitude. A previous episode, we talked about gratitude. It's really critical. No matter who you are and what you're doing in this world, there's always something to be grateful for. And my last bit of advice, which is, I think ultimately you need to fall in love with yourself every single day. Every day I'm able to fall in love with my little munchkin growing inside of me right now. And I'm, so in love with a person I've never met, but I'm so excited to be a mom, and I'm so excited to see what 2021 brings and how I can be my best self to help nurture this new life of mine and ours. And, I encourage people to look at this new year as there's a phrase, a year is 365 new opportunities, right? Every day is an opportunity to achieve, to grow, to evolve, to be your best self. So let's get excited, guys. I know this was hard, but you know what? We're approaching a new time to make it happen. So let's be our best selves, and let's make this year a better year, not just by happenstance, but by action, by choice, by change of heart, by wokeness.
All right. Wow. I mean, you gave life advice
I
there.
know. I did my Malcolm X speech.
All right. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
That's definitely good advice. I'm gonna mention some things that you didn't mention.
Okay.
So that I hope people take it to heart or just physically practice it. Mm-hmm. And the first one is please wear a mask when around others outside of your household. That's advice number one.
What is wrong with you?
It's just an advice.
COVID ad.
That is advice for 2021.
When stepping outside, please wear your mask.
Yeah.
Please step away 6 feet apart.
This is part of my advice.
Oh, good gracious.
You're gonna love my other advice too.
Oh no!
If you thought that one was good,
wash your hands every 20 minutes.
No, I'm not gonna advocate that. I think people should know that, but that's a good one too, though. That's good advice, but not every 20 minutes. But wash your hands when touching the doorknobs. Yes,
any surface near you, including your face.
See, I'm not gonna advise
including
that.
Your own
though.
surfaces.
No, I'm not gonna advise all that. See, that's a little. Now you're going too hard because then you got to lotion yourself up too.
It puts lotion on.
Yeah, lotion yourself up good so you don't dry out your skin.
Lotion on.
You don't want to dry out your skin, so do that.
Take care of your eczema.
All right, and then please try to be cognizant of keeping 6 feet distance from you and the closest person outside of your household.
You're trifling.
That's advice number 2. Yeah, I'm going to get you through 2020. My advice is meant to get you through 2021 safely.
And my advice is to save their souls. I mean, trifling, Khalil.
And then look, this is a good one. This number 3 is pretty important.
Okay.
Please follow your local government ordinances.
Word. Word.
Please try to adhere to their policies.
So you have no advice. That's essentially what you're suggesting. You're just going to take it as it is, man.
I'm just taking that as I'm telling people to do.
With my homies.
You're gonna like this next one though. This next one's really good, and it applies to people of our state because this is now going to be enforced. Yeah, it comes to them. It's in most states have this policy, but ours is now going to be enforced. And please do not text while driving.
You're trifling
because now you can be pulled over for that.
You're out of your mind.
It's truth though. People don't know the laws, so this is one thing. This is a new thing. So you
followed up my grand advice with things that they could have gotten from the CDC.
CDC didn't tell you about there's no texting and driving in Arizona. They didn't tell them that.
Goodness.
So see, I gave them that one. That's a good one. So I hope if you're from AZ or check your state laws, make sure.
Check your local regulations.
Yeah, make sure that if you have to have a hands-free device to operate your cellular phone.
I'm going to pray for you in 2021.
So, I mean, those are pretty good pieces of advice that I'm giving. You think that would be it of all the things I would say? Je ne sais. Okay. Now this is another piece of advice. Now, if you can, this is just it's a pro tip. You can try it, but it depends. So depending on the type of door that you interface with, try to use your elbow or your arm to open it instead of your hand, because then it just gets on your sleeve. And then, like, the germs and stuff, you don't have to worry. So
you're not taking this question seriously at all?
I'm talking about 2021, how to make 2021 nice and clean and nice.
Okay. Not filthy and dirty.
Yeah, because if you put it on your hand, then your hands are going to be always dirty. So then you got to clean that off. And then, another piece of advice is if you can, please use soap and water as opposed to the antiseptic hand sanitizer.
Because you don't want to create superbugs in your hands.
Yeah, it's better to wash the bugs off of your hand than to try to just kill the bugs on your hand and to kind of leave them there chilling. So see, I gave that advice. That was pretty good advice.
Is that it?
Is that it? So my last one is please try to support your local businesses for 2021 because it's hard for these businesses out there. So try to support.
It's hard to be a pimp out in these streets.
Yeah, so we gave links to how you can do that. How you can support black businesses, not the pimp businesses.
Oh, sweet Jesus, no.
We gave links.
That's not even funny.
I almost forgot the most important one.
I'm really terrified to hear what this one is.
This one's good. This one's a really good one, though. And it actually...
Get 8 hours of sleep and drink half a gallon of water.
It actually... Get advice.
Eat raisins and go to the bathroom
twice. I can't give that advice to everybody. It could hurt. All the advice I give, everybody could take it, regardless of what situation
they're in. As opposed to mine is only for the evolved. I mean,
no, but your advice could get some people in trouble. Because what if you're a loan shark?
Yourself.
No, what if you're a loan shark? You can't follow any of your advice because then you're doing nice things for others.
Okay, I'm not.
How's the loan shark going to get along?
Your last advice, because we're going to go.
All right, my last advice is that you should please look into the WokeNFree 86 Facts of Life book because there's like tons of advice in there.
True. And where do they go to get the new book?
You go to Amazon.com.
So through WokeNFree.com, there's the book is there.
There's a link there too.
As well, and every episode it says check out our new book, so you can get it in every episode since the book has been published. Absolutely. That was really quite
those are some good advice, though. It was very practical and pragmatic. If you listen to all of them, it's things that anybody can take. You don't have to. It doesn't matter what your profession, career is, where you are at in your life. You can just follow those. I mean, the WokeNFree one, you can still follow that. Anybody can get the book. See, so every piece of advice I gave, anybody can use regardless of where you are.
And so in the comments, please share whose advice impacted you more.
No,
my advice or Khalil's
It's not
advice,
about
please.
impact, though. It's about usage.
Muy bueno.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? It's scenario time, guys. Scenario 1. Thish is a teacher of Buddhism and the Four Noble Truths. He believes life is full of suffering. Suffering is caused by desire. Eliminate suffering by eliminating desire. Eliminate desire by following the Eightfold Path or the Middle Way. If Wen follows Thish's beliefs, will she have a better 2021?
I don't even know if Wen will understand what Thish's beliefs are. I mean, I feel like
these are the basics of
shared
Buddhism.
like a really weird riddle that had no ending. Like,
so this is how the Buddhists build off of their
turn
beliefs.
turn around, then go up, then go down, then go sideways. Now where are you in the continuum of space? What?
No.
Is the answer ether? Like, I don't understand.
Look, they get to the answer at the end. The answer is the Eightfold Path. But even before that, it's about eliminating these but
I don't know how
experiences
these apples
of life
have to do with the Paris in 2020. Like,
because that everybody experiences that. Most people experience suffering.
So you're saying
some people have desire.
Stop hurting yourself, but also stop wanting anything, and then you find an 8-path way.
Then you go on the
Yoda.
Then you go on the Eightfold Path,
which leads you where? To hell?
That leads you to enlightenment.
To Yoda.
I mean, if that's your enlightenment.
Green man, this guy.
That's your enlightenment. I can't choose it for you.
The force is strong with you.
And also with you.
Thank you. And with baby, don't forget, I'm 1.5 persons.
Oh, all right. Okay. That's true.
Okay. So I don't know what to say for Wen. I say Wen should just pray for 2021 because that scenario didn't make no sense to me.
So Wen, don't follow the Buddhist belief.
Yeah, sure. If it's going to lead to a better life, I'm afraid.
So you can do it. Okay.
I think Wen might lead. It might. I don't know where the hell it's leading.
So you don't. What do you think though? Will she have a better life if she follows the Buddhist beliefs? That's basically what it comes down to.
Lawyer it always.
So you're not sure.
More information is needed.
All right. So
I need to understand what this Eightfold Path is.
All right. So you'd have to find out what that final answer.
Yeah, I don't know what
what's that about?
What that riddle do? Yeah.
It's not a riddle. That's the end of their path.
Je ne sais.
So for me, I think that this will not make the better 2021 because I believe in The Secret. I don't believe in that. I don't know what the Eightfold Path is either. So, so I'm just going off the knowledge I know, and I don't know if the Eightfold Path includes like The Secret and manifesting. But see, the problem is I don't know. I think Buddhist says like get rid of your desires, and The Secret is against
all about
that.
your desires. Yeah.
So that's the only reason I can't agree with this. So I think that if one follows these beliefs, I don't think necessarily 2021 will be better. I think you need some more stuff to believe in than just this. But if the Eightfold Path has more to it, I'll gladly be wrong then. But
people have a really weird interpretation of like making desires like a bad thing, and it's like no, it's not. Bad desires is how we create and manifest, guys. And like, there's nothing wrong with wanting a type of life for yourself. I think the kicker is when your desires creates harm and havoc for others. Then
if you do desire at the expense of people,
then we're having problems.
It's like I desire to live in your home. I mean, that's kind of messed up. Okay. Well, are you putting me on the moon? Where am I going? Like,
you can't desire the harm and
weird.
hurt of others. But if your harm is literally for the betterment of you or your family, do you, boo.
Without harming
others, do you. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so that was just my take. Maybe we'll find out more about the Eightfold Path
I hope not.
at some point.
I'm kidding. Of course so. Of course so.
You gotta come on.
We have to tell babies, so we have to figure it out.
You gotta learn about the 8 gates and all that stuff.
Of hell, yeah.
No, everybody has different gates and their different beliefs and spiritualities and religions and stuff. What does heaven have? 12 gates?
Get it.
This is crazy. Scenario 2. Aubrey adheres to the common knowledge that after about 365 days, the Earth has revolved around the sun one time. She also believes that one revolution means everything changes since it is a new year. Is she correct in thinking that a new year means nothing will be the same in the upcoming year?
Oh, that's interesting. I would say that Aubrey is taking this too literal. I think there are things that are definitely reoccurring. It might not reoccur exactly the same way because we also are constantly evolving and changing. But, will people be sending emails in 2021? I think I feel
prediction.
Good to say I believe that prediction is going to come true. Will people continue to eat food and go to the bathroom? Yes, I do believe that will happen in 2021. I don't think everything is changing. I think there will be some things that are repeated. Now, how people communicate with certain technologies that are used and invented, there's going to be points of innovation and evolution, but we can't say that for sure in a whole new year, something that happened the previous year is completely eliminated in that next year. No, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't, that to me doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's come on now.
Taking it too literal, I think, like a new year, new ways, but it's also
some things are the same,
paths.
right? Some things are
still
you can
the
still
same,
predict.
You still, poop the same. Like it is what it is.
Some things are still predictable, so I don't think it's that dramatic. So I think she's just being over dramatic right there.
Okay, well, I don't know if I like that categorization because usually that's associated with women. So I'm, as a feminist, that offends me. So I suggest a change.
I think she's being over buff and tough.
I think you're saying that she's dramatic, like she's.
I'm trying to.
Overestimating.
Overzealous?
Yes, overzealous in her estimation as to what the new year will bring.
You want to call it an estimation?
Correct.
Because she's going all out.
I think what's important for us to be careful about marginalizing genders.
Do you think that? Oh no, I'm not marginalizing it, but just think about it. That's a superlative to be like nothing will be the same. You can't say that. That doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
Some things will actually be the same. Some things have a half-life of 2 centuries or so.
All right, you're hurting my head. Go ahead.
No, it is. Some things decay very slowly, so it doesn't matter that it's just been a year.
Like the man's brain.
No, we wish. Our cells die off much faster than that.
Very true. Very true.
But, either way, so I just proved the point. So and you proved the point too. We're sending emails, right?
Correct.
There's a lot of things that are staying the same.
Now I'm going to be really excited to send my email on January 1st.
And guess what I can predict too? There's going to be junk mail in 2021.
Oh, of course, yes.
And there's going to be junk texts, junk calls.
Oh, absolutely. And also those calls. My favorite junk call that I got this year was from Bank Robber, right? Yes. I did not pick up that phone call. But
the contact really was Bank Robber, right?
It came up as Bank Robber.
Yeah, Bank Robber called you.
I'm not sure what...
He thought you were the getaway driver.
Yeah,
he said the getaway driver.
What 2021 will bring. Maybe I'll get,
I'm Bank Robber. Getaway driver, pick this up. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm mad that I couldn't get a call from
How do you even get that for
Enlightened One or something, like...
I just wonder even how they got their name to appear that way.
Why would you ever put your name that way in any contact form?
Because you don't know what it means. They might have meant like a bank teller, but they put robber by mistake.
That's sad.
Because they didn't know the difference. These people who are writing it, they might be young children.
Maybe it was a child who was
writing it out.
Or maybe
doing
they
the
were
coding
watching
up.
some type. Yeah, I don't know.
Or it's something got entered wrong. Yeah. That's crazy. Scenario 3: Zule is known amongst her friends as unusually lucky. This year, she won a car after entering an online contest that everyone said was a scam. According to her, even numbers are lucky and odd numbers bring bad luck. She claims that 2021 is the year to watch and everyone should be prepared. Should people start building underground bunkers in preparation for the apocalypse?
Oh, wow. That's a shame. So, no, I think that, again, with superstition, it was interesting. I was asked that question recently. I don't believe that we should live our lives in conjunction with superstitious beliefs because generally I don't think they're in adherence with law of attraction and The Secret. And also it's the idea of lucky and unlucky. These are beliefs you put behind it, right? So if you decide the number 5 is unlucky, then it will be unlucky for you. Not because it objectively is unlucky, but because you subjectively have declared it that. So I think that you have to be careful about kind of these ideas that oh no, is 2022 going to be a better year because it ends in an even number? Crap happens any year, right? We're going to have death. We're going to have sadness in 2021. We're going to have death and sadness in 2022. Look, 2020 was filled with horror. That's an even number. It's,
But not for her, though.
Yeah.
She won her car, so.
Yeah, but we lost how many lives, right?
Yeah.
How many people got sick? How many people lost their jobs? And
but some people,
like
you
would say
said,
this is their unlucky year. Like,
but it's there's some people who grew their billions, right?
Exactly.
So was it a lucky year for them?
It depends on
what's
your
funny.
Circumstance, what you define as luck, what you define as unlucky, how you have what type of growth mindset you have. There's a lot of factors that go into kind of the successes and wins and outcomes you have. But generally, no, I don't think it's that we should be preparing to build bunkers or, buying a whole bunch of beans and rice.
And don't buy up the toilet paper.
Yeah, but 2 packages is completely sufficient.
But no, you're talking about the industrial size kind of stuff that fills up homes. So don't do that. That's messed up.
I'm suggesting the one you can get at places like Costco.
Exactly. Bigger than average. That's crazy.
Those 2 packages is quite sufficient.
Sufficient for decades. You don't need to buy so many.
For whatever the time is.
Listen, you. You're not rationing well. This is what happens.
I am. Did I say 2 or 20?
Yeah, but if everybody does that, it's not going to be good days ahead.
Yeah, but Costco's stock goes up.
I'm not a shareholder.
Whose problem is that?
That's just not the thing to do.
Guys, that's a whole other episode.
Yeah, please don't buy up the toilet paper again.
Yeah, well, that is true. We have
It's
to. Everyone
weird.
deserves to use a bathroom comfortably. I mean, we have to. Come on, guys. We can't play those games again. Let's not play that game in 2021.
Yeah,
you're like,
that's not the
I
fun
can't
game.
urinate or do anything else.
Well, you can. You're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
No one has outdoor, or not no one, but hopefully
There's
not
other
a lot.
ways to clean yourself without toilet paper.
We are not discussing that right now. Nope.
No, we don't have to, but I'm just saying there's alternatives.
What
But we
is
hope
your
it doesn't come
answer
down
to
to
this
that.
question?
We just hope it doesn't come down to that. But my answer is that this person is full of it, and don't listen to them. Just because they won the car doesn't mean that they're trustworthy. That's what I would say.
Oh my gosh.
I just base it on that because I think that people will win something big. Like, so let's say somebody wins the lotto and they feel that their advice is going to be like the golden advice and you got to take it. I don't agree with it. And I wouldn't take it just to try to like win them over and get their money either. I think that's messed up. Because some people do that too. They'll be like yes people around the lotto winner in hopes that they can get money from them.
Get that check. What that check?
What I say is don't fall for that. You got to think for yourself. Don't just follow somebody who has a lot of cash.
Yes.
That's basically my advice. Don't make that the sole discretion of your decisions. Just think about it. 2021's coming up. You make your own decisions. And,
absolutely.
And like I said, don't buy up the toilet paper. And I mean, building the underground bunker, if you have the space for it, I guess you could do it, but I would say make it like a Mario Kart track because then you can drive around your go-karts underground.
Fun, actually.
So if you had enough like acres, then I would attach all the bunkers and you could drive around on these electric cars underground. That's what I would suggest if you have the acres for it.
So any millionaire who has nothing to do with their money, this is the way to go, guys.
An underground
and then invite
circuit.
us to attend.
Yeah, and then film it and put it up on Twitch or something.
And create some wonderful content
yes.
around it. Excellent.
People would be interested in seeing that. That'd make 2021
I'd be
a little more
interested in
bearable.
playing and also seeing it, yeah.
Oh, imagine if you could control the life-size carts like
That'd be dope.
over the internet.
That'd be dope.
And they'd make it so you can't crash it and blow it up.
Sounds like a whole new business idea. Good look at you.
Oh, nice. It would be an interesting thing, an underground circuit.
Wonderful. Now, with that, thank God we are at that time again.
True.
It's coming
You're
to
correct.
the end of our 174th episode of Woke and Free. Man, oh man, quite the episode discussing 2021 Woke and Free predictions. Will we leave you hanging for what our next episode will be about? Drum roll, please.
On our next episode, we will be discussing Woke and Free story time called 21 Questions About Parenthood. Make sure you follow us on social media to follow along in the conversation, and make sure you tune in next week for Woke and Free Wednesday to join the conversation at WokeNFree.com.
If you'd like to be a guest on the show, definitely submit a topic for upcoming episodes. I know people have reached out. We definitely will be in touch to, kind of add in some spots where we feel makes sense for 2021, but we definitely have a full deck of content that we're looking to get through. So 2021 will be amazing. If you want to interact with us on social media, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok at Woke and Free. And then, of course, if you are interested in any sponsorships or collaborations, contact us page at WokeNFree.com. That is WokenFree.com.
If you didn't already subscribe, please do, share the episode, and make sure you come back to join the conversation every Wednesday for Woke and Free Wednesdays. Remember, Woke and Free is more than a podcast, it is a way of life. Until next time.
Happy New Year!